Welcome back to Project Ozone 2 Kappa mode, and, well, quick correction to the last episode. I did actually say something stupid, not new, but these, I don't need to make 64 of each, just one, and then I can duplicate them up, so I did both of those very, very quickly, and I filled out a lot of the rest of this. We've got a few things left, and we should be able to get through those this episode, so let's have a look briefly at the few things that are left. Top left slot, Eternal Singularities. Well, they're all done. 64 of them, in fact. So we get a full stack of Eternal Singularities. We've got this slot and we've got this slot. And I've got to fill in some more leather, but that's just a bit of hunting in the nether. And some more Gaia fights. Alright, so let's start with the ultimate stew, shall we? Let's go across to the last millennium, where I've got my factory for that. And this is, well, this is quite laborious. But I will show you this, just so that we've got everything on camera. So I've got an input chest here. It's inputting bedrock, bedrockium even. That is going out the bottom and across underneath to these. And these have hyper rationing pipes. So in each of these is one and only one block of bedrockium. On the other side, of course, you can see outputs. Now, this is 9 by 9, appropriately, for Minecraft, but it is not, there's not a one in every one of these because, for example, this top left one would be the pile of neutrons. If you look at this in terms of the recipe, so it's this recipe right here, it's the pile of neutrons. It's not a shaped recipe, but I just like to lay it out that way, just so that I got an idea of where everything is if I need to. So some of these have the recipes stored in, well, not the recipes, the items stored in them, and the EMC is generating the items. Walnuts. This is what took a long time. Well, in fact, no, the longer time took in actually breeding some of these. There are a few that are quite annoying. You have to breed them up. Others you can just get with Horn of the Wild and lots of wild grass, lots of tall grass, and you can go through and just pick up all the seeds. But you've got to grow at least one of each, and that took a good hour, if not more longer. But I've got them all. Some of these you can't do that way. And I've got those back in the base, and I'll show you perhaps some of the time. But things like this, the stingberries, blackberries, the blackberries, the raspberries, the mallow-berries, I think there's a couple of others as well. There's like skyberries there. All of those we can't create with EMC, so they're not in those boxes at the back. However, from the boxes at the back, we've then got just auto-extract, and I've got them going into this G's Jungle drawers, which is my original storage drawer system. That is then storing 512 of each. Each of these are locked. There's no void upgrade, so it's not going to continually use resources. And I've put the status upgrade so I can easily tell when some of these are not full. For example, like these two. I'd only just started. Let me just get to berries. Yeah, they've got loads of them now, so we can actually just grab a lot of those. Let's just put some more in there. And some more in there. Get the idea. It took a little bit of a while to build up those. So, from that, we then move to this. I can't automatically input them at the moment, so I put them in manually. Yes, this is, again, laborious, but we will get to something automatic soon. But we do actually want a full stack of these, so let's just grab all of them. And that's lots of stacks. There we go. And we can put the majority of them in the system. There we go. And that is quest updated. So we've got the ultimate stew. We've got that available. Let's head across just a quick moment over here to just take a look at our, well, this setup. Normally, and what we're about to get to, you're going to need to grow skeleton seeds and you're going to need to grow creeper seeds and get some of the essence. You don't need very much of it. This is just automatically generated, so just grab a stack of two. 1 and 2. Yeah. I just put it into the system. Great. So I'll show you what that's for in a second. This is still going, by the way. These are now full. Those are going to be worked on soon, I imagine. Are they filling? You'd have thought they'd be filling. Maybe it's picking it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, it's picking this one. So yeah, they're still going, and we now in the system have 211,000 bedrockium and 1.2 million nether stars. Both of those are going to continue to pile up, of course, because we're not using them at all. We will do perhaps more once I set up something automatic for things like singularities. Let's pop back to the base. And you'll appreciate why I didn't put any of that on camera, because a lot of that is just monotony in its grind. Second only to Galacticraft, that ultimate stew had me tearing my, well, not tearing my hair out, but being really rather annoyed with the pack. Otherwise, it's a great pack, but there are a couple of things. I like complexity. I like automating things. I like putting things together in new and interesting mechanics. I don't like repetitive things that don't have any kind of challenge to them. They're just you clicking on various things with no actual benefit. So here is just a small harvester setup, and these are just the blueberries, mulberries, blackberries, stingberries, skyberries, and blackberries. They're just the things that I can't create with EMC, unfortunately. So they work perfectly well. You just have to make sure that some of them need netherrack because they come from the nether. You could replace these if you wanted to. In fact, I can replace all of these now once they've grown, but I just leave it as is. I don't think I'm going to need too many more of those, so I can always tear this down quite easily. And if you're wondering what this is, well, this is a ritual area for the first ritual for the Division Sigil activated version. I needed some more to make some more unstable nuggets without blowing myself sky high. So I did this because it's really close to the spawn. My spawn is right here where this mana flash is. No mob spawn. When you convert this over, it converts to cursed earth, but you don't get any mob spawning. So it's really good. Okay, with that in mind, then the next thing we need to look at is just filling in the rest of this this recipe. Where are we? Here we are. So that is Ultimate Stew. So what else have we got left? We've made both the Britannia setups. They're automated. Killed lots of Draconian dragons in the dragon dimension, and got ourselves lots of Awakened Draconian blocks. I've got to go and kill the Gaia a bunch more times, but I've got the upgraded armor now, so that should be a little bit better. And I've upgraded the Draconic Staff of Power, so again that will be good. We need that. We're going to come back to that in a second. Need some Vibrantium. Yeah, let's just take a look at the Vibrantium. So I did change over from using mob souls to just teleporting things in. So I've changed the Charm of Dislocation that's down there, and then I can just flip this on and watch. Okay, now I want to turn this off after a little while because they start building up in there, but that autonomous activator will happily click through and just basically create lots of bottled villages. From that, I'm going to need to make, well, it automatically makes enticing crystals down there. That happens regardless of what I do. And there is a Bedrockium drum full of, well, not full, but nearly full of XP. Oh, I have this bug sometimes that the T key doesn't work when I go into AE. I'm not sure why, but enticing crystal, 196. So let's just ask for 98 Vibrantium. Vibrantium is 20, so... Oh. Takes 2. Yeah, okay. Half then. Okay, let's just ask for, let's say, 98. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that's been made. That, of course, making the block is you know, is that going to be 9 times less? So, you know, that's only about 10 blocks or so. So I don't get a full stack out of that. However, this setup does actually bottle them fairly quickly. So, you know, I could put another autonomous activator in there. But never mind, we can come back to that. In fact, it's finished. So let's just add a few more. Yeah. I do like this system. Okay, so the next thing we need to actually look at while those are being added is to move up from this Division Sigil, because what I need, that one space that's missing, is for creating unstable ingot blocks, and I need to create that from not the unstable ingot, but from the Mobius unstable ingot. It won't explode, but the only way you can make that is with the second tier of Division Sigil. To do that, we need to set up a new ritual. Let's turn that off for a second. And let's go and take a look in the end. The end. There we go. Alright, now I've set this up. If you haven't done this before, it's a bit Well, I'd say it's a long setup time, but it is worth it to not have to use just this limited use division sigil activated. So we have here a setup that looks like this. It may look like there's only redstone here. There isn't. There's also string. So you can see it right there, hopefully, on YouTube. The string, and it's going in between all of the redstone. So this is the actual pattern. Feel free to pause the video if you need to see that. And then you have 4 inventories. One at the north with these items in it. And I'll put a link in the description below to a Reddit post that tells you exactly what you need to put in each of these. So that chest is fine and straightforward. Music discs we're going to come back to in a second. Ores of various kinds, and potions. Now I have the auto brewer from, I think, MFR, and that's quite easy to do the potions. The music discs are normally a problem, because you normally have to set up a situation whereby a skeleton shoots a creeper, and then that will drop a disc. Not in this pack. In this pack, there are recipes. Remember I said you need creeper essence and skeleton essence? Well, yeah, instead of having them shoot each other, you just need the essences along with, and it's a magical crops recipe, I think this, you need the essences and the dyes. And the dyes, in our case, can be made with Technicolor essence, which I've made, and 10-10-10. So we have lots of Technicolor essence. So we can get any dye that we want. So they're in there. Let's just, let me just grab a couple of other things. In fact, no, I have them already. Block of iron. So let's just set this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I haven't done this in a long while, so let's hope this works. If you shift right click the bottom, it says, well, the beacon with the activated sigil, it says, to the north, children of fire, south, children of earth, descendants of waters and spices of earth. So it tells you that it's 12 of 12 in all of them, and everything is prepared. Sacrifice one who would sacrifice himself. So that is an iron golem. So we need to basically put this on top, if this is the iron golem recipe, if I remember correctly, and then quickly hit it with something. So let's give this a go. And boom! And it started. So the siege has begun, and now we're going to get lots of things spawning. So I have a melee weapon. Kills 3. Good. This is the advantage of waiting till later in the game to do this. Kills 14. Okay. Let's keep going. And his name is John Cena indeed. Oh, no, that's 32. Many more. 35. Let's just grab this group. Now, this is harder, I will admit, if you do this earlier in the game before you have an AoE weapon. In my case, not so much. 54. What you have to do is get to 100 kills, and then that will be that. But in my case, I'm going to need to go and find more of these enemies. Let's just grab this, and if it takes too long, I can always cut this out of the video, but it shouldn't take all that long. 67. I'm going to need lots more inventory space, though. And I actually move a bit too fast for these these mobs to react, so let's just keep going. 72, 77. Ooh, lots here. 100. Is that enough? 100. Sigil has stabilized. Pseudo inversion sigil, which is the second tier. Yep, there it is. It's stable, so no uses needed, and we can head back home. And with the recipes updated, it now is able to craft all these things. However, because we've only got one of these things, and I'm not setting this up again, I'm really not, it will take a little bit of time to move through the recipe, so don't worry about that. We can get on with other things while that's carrying on. So let's take a look. I need to go and fight the Gaia spirit a few more times, and then maybe some more vibrantium, a little bit of hunting in the nether, and then we should be done. So let me go and do that. We'll come right back. So speaking of the Gaia, let's see if we can actually set something a little bit better over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new draw controller, and let's just put it, let's for argument's sake, here. Yeah, here. And then I'm just going to put in, well, a bit of lag there maybe. Actually, let me just put one of the drawers in. There we go. We can just use that as a base to put this down. So we want the item conduit down in here. And then the chest on top. Yep, got chest working. Now let's just remove this block for a second. And grab our Yeti wrench. And then we'll see if we can just basically add an auto import basically here. So up, auto extract, west is insert. Okay, and while we're doing that, up direction, which is the extract, let's just increase the actual the speed of that. Not that we'll need it that much, but may as well. And then I'm just going to put in essentially a few of these. That should do. Let me just put in a second row. Not that we'll need them, but I just want to see if we can get this working. And then what I want to also put on here is an advanced item control collector. And tell this for Y is okay for 2, but X and Z, oh, how far up does this go? 10 by 10? That may not be enough. I may need more of them. But let's see how well this does. So ideally this will pick up everything from anywhere surrounding us, put it into this chest, which will get pulled into this storage drawers, and everything will be good. Now, you may wonder why there's a spark here. Furthest of the internet, it's basically this counts as an NPC, and because we have a weapon that does an AoE damage, basically hitting this also hits everything else around us. So, let's just grab some Terra Steel. And I'm sorry, but it's time for the guitar solo again. I don't know how much I can survive, so let me just give this a go with, let's say, 10. 12? 15? Ready? Wait for it, they're all powering up. And let's see how well this goes. Boom! Hit 1, hit 2, hit 3. And it's only going to show me the health bar of the last one, unfortunately, but I can just keep hitting them like this. Just a tip. Don't forget to switch this back off again before you go and fight the Gaia a bunch of times and come back and then find 2,000 villagers and a frame rate of approximately 0. Yeah, just a tip. I was wondering why the Gaia fight was taking so long. Anyway, after killing all those in a 0 FPS fit of frustration, we're now actually pretty much done, I think. Let's see how many of this I've got. Yep, should be enough. Yep, so we've got one complete stack of most things apart from flux crystal blocks. What do we need for flux crystal blocks? I don't think we can EMC them, so fluxed or flux crystal blocks. Yeah, there we are. So just 9 of those. I guess we should be able to make, well, enough for a stack anyway. There we go. So 64 all the way across the top, and the second row, and the third row apart from Vibrantium. Okay, so let's just actually make as many as we can. So yeah, you can see we've got 13 left, and I've got 51 Infinity Catalysts. We got quest complete. So I want to keep 1, because it needs to go right there. Then I need 4 Infinity Ingots. So Infinity Ingots are this recipe, so lots of neutronium. And we're just going to distribute the rest of these around. I have enough for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. And then we can put them in here. And the Wand of Animation. Now, I went and got the 2 soul crystals for the Erebus. Demon Steel wasn't the problem. It's only a billion EMC. I mean, what's that to what's that between friends? Fairy ingot is that's the one thing that is a bit weird because you probably haven't made that before. Very straightforward, however, if you make it from molten fairy. The easiest way to do that is, yeah, so you put 2 molten obsidian, 1 ardite into this meltery and then drop a witch in or something like that, and the witches will regenerate, but you'll get a molten fairy out. So very, very straightforward. And we've got the one of animation. Okay, now what are we going to actually do with that? What we can do with that, and assuming that you haven't actually used all of your awakened draconium, and we also want a safari net. There we go. Grab one of you, and then we need a box of some kind, which is handy because we have a bunch of boxes up here. Let's just take this out. We don't want to teleport it. Put you over here. Drop you over here. Move this around. Okay, and then we need a hole to get into this. Okay, so if I now put this down somewhere, and if I right-click, it will go active and try to kill me. And I can capture it with a safari net. Reusable. Animated block, health 48 point. There's no need for that precision. There really isn't. You could just said 49. Anyway, aside from that, interesting, this has EMC. Would that be an exact reproduction, I wonder? I'm not going to need that many Awakened Draconium, but now it's a mob. And because it's a mob, if you kill it, it will drop the actual block. So if we then just put this back, let's head over to our villager spawn. In fact, let me just put this charm back. There we go. And if we just grab that out of here, just temporarily. And now I can't remember which one. What's the coordinates here around? 825 minus 537. Yeah, so this is the one that goes to my villager soul vials. This is the one that goes to the killing floor. So in here then, we can pop down. And we can just take out this imp that I was getting leather from and put in the animated block. Spawn exact copy. I may actually want that to yes. Oh, let's see what it actually does with spawn exact copy. No. I just want to see if I can save on the essence. Let's flip that on. See what spawns. If anything. Yeah, so we're definitely going to want spawn exact. So let's just pop those over here for a second. Those were just stone animated mobs. Spawn exact copy, yes. And then flip this back on again. And then we're going to send those downstairs. So wait for this pop up. Come on, I know you want to pop one. There we go. So we got Awakened Draconium, and that should now have been killed. Which should now continue to be killed because it's on. Gets popped down there. It'll get destroyed, or rather killed, and we start getting Awakened Draconium. And 2 blocks so far, but instead we can just grab one. Grab one. We can put the others in our system just by saying this is where they should go. And let's just take them out of this system. I never really connected this to the main system, never really needed to. A lot of it is just miscellaneous stuff that we already have in the other system, so no real problem there. So let's just move that over. Where's my... There we go. Wireless crafting terminal. And Awakened Draconium. We got 9 blocks. 10 blocks. So it's building. So we no longer need to kill the Ender Dragon. And we can get Bedrockium that way. But because I've got, so much Bedrockium, I don't think I'm going to need to. What I am actually going to have to look at, though, eventually is the dire auto-crafting table, so that a lot of this stuff gets automated. You see we need lots of infinity ingots for that, lots of neutronium. Now, well, that does bring up another point. Neutronium. Neutronium, I wonder, can be made into blocks? And if it can be made into blocks, we can animate it. And if we can animate it, well, yes. That whole setup down there is about to disappear. As long as we can convert it back again. What are the uses for it? Can we convert it back to ingots? We can. Good. So yes, we can just animate it. So let's just grab another Safari net. Reusable. Not that we particularly need reusable, but I will use it for now. And head back. I definitely don't do this out here. I've heard that they run really, really fast, so I'd rather not try and catch them if at all possible. Let's just head in here and see if we can animate this one. We should be able to. Grab my Safari net and animate you. Yeah. And grab you. There we go. So you'll see we've also got only so much of durability of this. I'm not sure if we can repair it, but to be honest, at this point, I don't think we're going to need it very much. So, you know, we just have to have a few blocks that we can't EMC. We can get via this instead. One of the things I could also, well, I think I also want is compressed Gaia. Compressed Gaia, because we don't have to do the Gaia fight again either. So compressed Gaia is just Gaia Spirit ingots, and we transform those into, can we make them back into the, yes we can, good. So again, compressed Gaia. I'm going to go between the episodes, go and do that, and then I'm going to craft a few of these MFR automatic spawners. Are they auto spawners? What are they called? I never remember. Auto spawners, yeah. So I'm going to make a few of those, put them in a box, probably on this side over here, and then just make it taller and just have them all inside the box, so they'll just fall straight down into the same kind of portal as this, and we'll just have that one box that they're just completely automatically spawning. What I'm going to have to figure out is how to get enough liquid essence. We've got enough for now, but that's not going to last for too long. Why aren't you extracting? Is it just that they're the ones extracting? Yeah, so that's not going to last for too long. I've only got the one cow, I think, so I may have to look for another cow or look at breeding them to get much, much more essence going. Ideally so that this can go permanently. They're not going to be very fast, but they are going to be a constant supply of all the expensive blocks. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up. We've got automatic draconium, we've got automatic neutronium, and also compressed Gaia as well. So a lot of those recipes are now going to become trivial, at least, aside from the fact that I have to shift click in, I have to manually place stuff still, until we get an auto-crafting table of some kind. Let me just look at that auto-crafting table again. Dia auto. Yeah, so we're going to need the Chaos Catalyst, which means I need to fight the Chaos Guardian. That's going to be entertaining, maybe next episode. What I'll need to do before that, however, is upgrade my armor, and I needed the Awakened Draconium for that. So now I can go and upgrade my armor. Good, I can make Awakened Cores. The rest of this, Assembly Halo, Crafting Monolith, that's not all too bad. Water Crafting Bench isn't too bad. Infinity Star is just lots of nether stars, and we can do that easily enough. Auto Tool Station should be straightforward. Assembly Controllers, we've made those. And Neutronium is essentially free now. What I don't have yet, what might be worth doing first before I get to this, is actually not the Infinity Ingot, but the Infinity Block. So again, I can use the same thing as we've done before. We can animate it with the Wand of Animation, and then we get Infinity Blocks, so Infinity Ingots are effectively also then free-ish. And yeah, so once we get this, we can store a recipe in it. Then we can pipe stuff into it, and then a lot of all the other stuff like the ultimate stew, the the catalyst, infinity catalyst, they should all be essentially straightforward, other than supplying the various blocks, which I've done already. So that's a good episode, I think. We've got lots of stuff done. I think we're getting towards the end of the pack. Again, I will remind you, if you want to vote on, or at least voice your opinion on what the next pack should be for Minecraft, let me know. I think I'm tending towards all the mods except remastered at the moment, just because that's on a new version of Minecraft more than anything else. So if you have any comments on that, feel free to leave them below. Like and subscribe as normal, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.